Glenn Beck is pro-Israel all the way from today until the end of the world, which he wants to get to as quickly as possible. And he also wants America to be pro-Israel. He has an interesting theory on why he thinks we were established to promote Israel's interests. Let's watch.
We were established for the establishment of Israel. Now the question is, are we done now or not? Our markings are all over. Take out $1 out of your pocket. Look at the Great Seal of the United States. Take it out. If anybody still carries $1, they're not worth very much anymore, but look at the Great Seal. You'll notice in between the wingspan of the eagle, you will see the Star of David, made out of 13 stars. Now why is the Star of David there? Because of Haym Salomon, who gave everything for our freedom. But that's not all. If you also see, and if you look at it in color, you will notice that there's a white ring around that, and then a yellow ring. The white ring looks almost like clouds, because it is. The cloud that led the people of Israel out during the day, and the yellow ring represents the fire.
Wow. Could I jump in here first as the Jew on the panel?
Go ahead, Haim.
What the fuck are you talking about? The clouds that led the people out of Israel?
Are there no other clouds in the world?
And the fire? What did
What
the
is
fire
that?
do? What the fuck is he talking
Bush
about?
was on fire. Maybe that was...
And now let me speak as an American. First of all, do you know what the great symbol of the United States, which he said? Do you know what that is? Do you know the symbol?
What do you mean, the
The
eagle?
eagle?
or-
I don't know.
I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know we had a symbol.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we have the bald eagle as the bird. Did you know we had a symbol? Would you have known this was on the back of $1?
No, I don't pay close attention.
I know we had the
But maybe
pyramid with the eye, but on the other side we apparently have some sort of symbol
We have the
that
symbol
Haym Salomon put in,
that
right?
That Haym Salomon put in.
Which, by the way, is wrong. I'll get to in a second.
Totally. We'll get. Yeah, exactly. So there's the right. There's what he's talking about. There's the David right there, and then it's got the white clouds, and then he's like, and then the yellow around the white representing the fire. You see anything yellow on this?
No, there's nothing yellow on
His
it at all.
theory is based on someone apparently took a Sharpie to a dollar bill
Totally.
that eventually got into his possession, apparently.
Not yellow.
And here's the thing. Let's say that there is actually a Star of David there. What does that have to do? Like some guy who designed the dollar apparently maybe snuck a Star of David. That does not mean that the country needs to, from here on until the end of time, support Israel.
I mean, I would like to think that the people of Israel are smart enough to know that he's just pandering to them, and that he doesn't really strike me as someone who really gives a shit about Israel. I got to be honest. He strikes me as like someone, like a gay guy who wants to hide the fact that he's gay by talking about how much he loves his wife nonstop.
You know,
Cenk,
years ago we were talking about, I don't remember what Israeli leader, maybe it was Netanyahu, might have been Sharon at that point.
It was Ariel Sharon.
I think it was
I know
Sharon
what
at that
you're gonna
point.
say,
Yeah, who, when finally the person asked the question that we all want to ask, which is like, you know, that the strange relationship between active, crazy right-wing Christian conservatives and Israel is that the rapture is coming, and 3/4 of the Jews die, and the other fourth convert, right? That's
Yep.
what happened,
Yep.
right? And so.
No, I'm sorry, 144,000 Jews survived. Everyone else died.
Oh, I thought it's not a quarter. It's just
Yeah,
about 100.
yeah.
Okay, so most die, and then some convert. A small number convert, and like, how are you taking support from these guys? And Sharon was paraphrasing. He's like, look, we know they're wrong, but we'll take the. Like, we don't care. We don't care.
He's like, money is money.
Money's money. I'll take
Okay.
I'll take the support now. I
Yeah.
got it. I don't care if they're wrong about the last step.
Yeah. And so it's a good question as to whether Beck believes it, but it's. Did he do any research? That's the thing. Like, does he know that he's purposely lying? Like, Haym Salomon did help the Revolutionary War, right? There's in fact a statue of him in LA that I used to walk by all the time, right? But he had absolutely nothing to do with the design of the dollar bill. That's just factually 100% incorrect.
He traded French bills to help convert them into cash, for lack of a better term, to help fund the revolution. He was He was a revolutionary.
He
and
was
that's
not
what
a
he did.
bill designer.
No,
That's
yeah.
not what he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he helped with funding, he's like, I will give you the money as long as you go with my design on the bills. Okay, no.
No, but even if he did, that does not mean that we now have to follow policies that blindly do whatever the current right-wing government of Israel wants. That's not how the world works.
No.
Or does it?
Yeah, Haim Solomon wanted us to follow Bibi Netanyahu. All right,
Yes.
and then by the way, on how the stars are aligned like the Star of David, that was not the original design either. The engraver made a decision, either accidentally or on purpose. We have no idea what the engraver was thinking originally to structure the 13 stars for the 13 colonies in that way, having nothing to do with anyone with the Revolutionary War, generals, financiers, or otherwise. It's all total nonsense.
And of course, what makes a great deal of sense, if you're going to make a star, by the way, with you have to do some design with stars, and it might occur to you to make the stars into a bigger star. That seems logical. There aren't many ways to do it, but you'd put one at the top and one at the bottom, and then you got to mix 11 in between. So we went 4, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 3, right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm doing it wrong, but you know.
Yeah.
And
Terrible.
right, 4, 3, 4, right, 11, and then the two others is 13. Right. It's like there aren't that many ways to do it.
I
That's
know.
the Star of David.
I'm going to tie all this stuff in together. Anna's point on does he actually care about Jews, or is he maybe the opposite? And as I was watching that, I was thinking, isn't this what like anti-Semitic clowns say? Like, oh, the Jews run the world and the Jews run America.
Control the money.
Yeah, and they control the money, and the Jews are the ones that are actually secretly, the whole point of America is to help the Jews. And here he is, Glenn Beck, pretending to help Jews and pretending to help Israel, furthering the same insane conspiracies.
Every Jew knows that talk. Like I'm not, as you know, I don't practice in any way. I'm sure if I practiced, I'd be better at it. But I'm not a believer, right? But I know that talk, man. That's the same. I mean, you know, Glenn Beck, you know, Glenn Beck, maybe he's convinced himself that that's not anti-Semitic talk. I won't call him an anti-Semite, but that's how they talk. And he's talking to people that crowd is filled with people who are now just decided that the weird characteristics that we Jews have, the things that they don't understand and they're afraid of, in this case, suits them. That's all.